Hi singers, I'm Amy Poole and today I'm going to be talking about singing in the mixed voice, more so how to develop the mixed voice, what it feels like, what it is. Now the reason I talk about this quite a lot in my videos is because I'm getting a lot of questions about how to sing in the mixed voice and what it actually is. Now basically we sing in our chest voice and we sing in our head voice. Now we neglect this voice in the middle that we have, which is the pharyngeal voice, also called the mixed voice. Now it's not located in the chest region or the head region, it's in the nasal part. Okay, that's because we have the pharynx at the back of the head that connects these two sounds, and this is where the mixed voice is actually registered. Now, what we want to be doing is, as we're singing higher, not pushing with our chest voice. Easier said than done. We naturally think that if we keep pushing our chest voice up and up, our muscles will somehow develop and they'll customise to that feel and we'll be able to do it more and more as it goes on. But what happens is the complete opposite. We get this break in our voice. I'll just demonstrate a quick break for you. Just bear in mind this is going to be horrible. Please don't have anyone in the room listening to this. But here's a break, a passaggio in our voice. I was walking. Did you hear that? Now, I know I kind of forced that a little bit, but I really want to emphasise that as we sing higher, our vocal cords just completely disconnect. We have no control when we're pushing in our chest voice too high. We have no control and we just flip into another region of our voice. It tends to be falsetto or head voice, and it isn't the sound that we're going for or that the audience want to hear. Now, what we're going to be doing is, as we're singing higher, we want to allow our voice to carry up into our head, into the nasal cavities. Okay, now it's a key principle. It's mental as well. We want to be, instead of thinking too low, and it's also physical. We want to actually carry the sound higher by our breath going into our nasal cavity. So we want these cheeks to be high, and we want the sound to be resonating in this area rather than the chest. Now I'm just going to demonstrate a quick exercise, and it's going to be nga. Okay, that's an NG sound, AW. When you say the word sing or ping or zing, just say that, just have a go at saying it, and you can feel the NG consonants at the end resonating here in this area. Sing. Can you feel that? And that's the mixed voice. Well, that's where the mixed voice tends to lie. Apologies about any confusion there. That doesn't mean you're singing in the mixed voice because you're saying ng. But as we sing higher, we're going to utilise that ng tone so that we're resonating here and not here. And that's how we actually get into the mixed sound. Okay, now an exercise is going to be ng, ah, and I want you to really get that nasal gritty sound right from the beginning, so that when you sing ah, the sound flows out of the nasal cavity, it doesn't drop down. For example, nga, 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 nga. Now, do you notice that I've not got a lot of chesty sound as I'm singing ah, especially as I'm singing higher. If anything, the sound is getting lighter and lighter, and that's what we want to work with. Now, I'll just go through this exercise again, but I just want you to understand that this is a very light exercise. If we really go for it, if we really belt it, then we'll have that tendency to use our chest voice too much. The reason why it's so light at first and why you might not be quite comfortable is because the muscles are working in an area where you probably haven't worked them before. And as with exercises, as with stretches with our legs, any part of our body, we need to slowly work on developing them muscles. So we'll just go through that sound again, and it might actually help to keep your fingers there, because what that does is that really engages these muscles and it gets the sound flowing in these cavities, because you're more aware of it if you're putting your fingers there than if you're singing like this. Okay, so we'll just go through that again. It's nga. Okay, here goes. Nga, 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 nga. we can just keep going. And as we keep continuing with these exercises, we can then press into it more. I'll probably do a few more videos on how to strengthen the mixed voice. Another pointer as well, you might have recognised that, I don't know if you could quite see it actually, but my tongue wasn't falling back. And even as I was singing higher, my tongue was still visible. And that's because when the tongue drops back, the sound naturally falls back. That's not the correct principle to it, but there's a lot more anatomy to it than that. But basically, if the tongue's falling behind, the sound's going to fall behind, and that's going to keep you in that chest voice, which we don't want. So just to recap on the video, as you're singing higher, think about the sound resonating here. Even placing your fingers there can help. Also, as you are singing higher, make the sound lighter. Don't worry if it's slightly wobbly, that's because you're getting used to it. And keep the tongue relaxed and visible. When I say keep it relaxed, a lot of singers struggle because they're forcing it out. They're like this and it feels forced relaxed. But just be aware that it's not falling behind and you're just keeping it relaxed as you were talking to someone. And that's how you will develop your mixed voice. Okay, hope you liked your video. I hope you liked the video, and hit me up on Twitter if you've got any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to share. Thank you, have a good day, bye.